Now look at the sham behind this gated area. You can see this maze, complicated like subdivision right here. And then when they have a gate, for some reason, they have a lock. I mean, what's the point of all this? It's like, is this really just about dressing up, bad decisions? Why can't they just make the street open for people to get in and out? All this cost, stress, pollution, you name it, complete sham. Folks, this is one of the reasons why our society is so isolated, stressed out, and pays so much money for useless crap that we don't even need, being into debt. Hey everybody, I wanted to show you something here real quick. Look at all this. The homes are so close together. You don't have close, easy walking access to anything. And then literally the front facade is primarily just garage doors. Pretty shocking. And I've shown you ones that are 3-story, which is a lot more frightening because you're jamming more homes into one area. It's just really depressing. And yet I believe you got these HOA fees. This area is not gated, believe it or not. You don't really have any privacy of any kind. Literally all the homes look very alike. So you don't have a wide range of housing. And then once again, a pretty car-dependent layout, despite the fact that you can find packed single-family homes in Queens or neighborhoods of Boston and Chicago, but the streets are more interconnected. So if you don't have a car, it's not like the end of the world, unlike here. Hey everybody! This is a well-kept area, not too far from the Strip. There's a sunset coming down. Area built like in the 70s, good sized lots, pretty good quality materials like the woodwork, the stuccoing and everything. And these homes are built like around the 1970s, and these homes are pretty well kept. You don't see a lot of weeds, you don't see a lot of disrepair, a lot of unattractiveness and everything. And then you can see right here, like you do see some gates and you do see some fencing, but it's not as unattractive as a lot of these other areas are.
With the flowers.
There hasn't been much celebrating for Santa Margarita High School senior Sofia Muratalla, but the graduation sign in her Mission Viejo front yard brought her joy during an otherwise difficult time.
We put it up and we were so excited, and you walk around the neighborhood and you get excited to see what schools each of these seniors are from, and there's 5th graders that are graduating from elementary school and the 8th graders.
The fun ended recently, though, after several of the students' signs disappeared from inside of the gates of Mirasol, a townhome community with HOA regulations enforced by a board of directors.
They either walked around and took them down, or they had the security company do it.
This concerned father didn't want his name used, but says his son's school sign is now gone from his front yard. On Zoom during a virtual HOA meeting Monday night, his wife asked where the signs were. According to the homeowner, a board member admitted that they were taken down because placement in the common areas violates the HOA rules.
I don't really see how this bothers anyone, or it's not politically biased or any way. It doesn't harm anyone, so it just didn't really make sense to me as to why they would do that.
The property manager told me, quote, "The board of directors has no comment on this matter other than to say that the signs will be returned to the respective owners upon request."
It's just ridiculous and cold and cruel, and we should be coming together as a community right now, not finding ways to pick fights.
Here's his 11-year-old the day his teacher delivered his sign. That sign is gone, but the 5th grader's little brother felt so bad he made a sign of his own. Here it is hanging on the garage. It even says, "Do not remove." In Mission Viejo.
Dave Celestine, the corporate vice president of the Mission Viejo company, financed by the cigarette company Philip Morris, describes the master plan.
Good afternoon and welcome to Mission Viejo, California, a master planned community of 10,000 acres, or in your language, 247,000 hectares. We purchased Mission Viejo in 1966. When we bought the property, it was dry, rolling hills that looked more like a desert than it did a cattle grazing area. We wanted to create a place that was a sense of place where people wanted to live, a community that was better than the cities that we found around us at the time we began our development. Our planning concentrated on doing some things differently. We wanted to assure that the people that lived here in the 30,000 homes that we would build had parks and recreation centers such as Lake Mission Viejo, the golf courses, we have 2, private and a public, to make sure that the parks and open space were in close proximity to the homes. We wanted to make sure that the commercial centers that provided the shopping is within at least 2.5 miles of all residents. We wanted to assure that our industrial centers that provided the job opportunities were in close proximity to the homes. It was to be a totally balanced community. Our goal has been accomplished. We have provided all amenities in this community so that you can stay here. You don't have to leave if you don't want to, although many do work outside the community.
Did you move here from Los Angeles?
I moved from Los Angeles, yeah.
Was it very different?
Very different, yeah. Yeah, we lived just outside of Los Angeles in the San Fernando Valley, and it was very crowded and getting a little dangerous, I guess you'd say, to live there. And this is just wonderful to be down here. Yeah.
And the way we try to keep our neighborhoods nice is we've set up homeowner associations. And when I, as a homeowner, move in, I get a set of rules. And I agree to those rules before I move in. And they may be such things as I won't work on my car out in the street where it will dump oil and grease on the street and offend my neighbors. I won't park a large RV right in front of their house. I'll agree that if I'm going to paint my house another color, I'll go to the architectural committee, which is made up of my own neighbors, and discuss it with them first, so I don't make it bright purple overnight and surprise anybody.
Some of the other things that we do within the community to assure that it stays and fulfills the California promise that we set out to accomplish was the strict architectural controls. We are one of the few communities in the nation who have a Kentucky Fried Chicken without the bucket rotating in the air.
Balboa Island, wow, all these American flags. And just take a look at the neighborhood design. Amazing. Look at it, very clean, lack of unattractive features. And I really, really admire its grid design of the streets. And then you can see right here, lots and lots of two-story buildings that are sized and designed like single-family homes. And it's along a sort of a main street pattern, variety of architectural styles, a good different types of shopping, cafes, a lot of different things. Very, very attractive in many ways. And so this is not 100%, but quite of a system that I really, really admire in terms of architectural and urban design.